Welcome back. Nigeria's military has announced another significant breakthrough in its counter-terrorism campaign in the northeast. Troops of Operation Handikai have arrested 2 foreign nationals in Borno State, including a Sudanese man suspected of collaborating with terrorist groups and a Ghanaian woman whose immigration status is now under investigation. The arrests come as security forces intensify intelligence-driven operations aimed at dismantling terrorist networks and preventing the infiltration of foreign fighters into Nigeria. But the bigger question is this: are terrorist groups increasingly relying on foreign nationals to strengthen their operations in Nigeria? The latest arrests have renewed concerns about cross-border movements and the possibility that extremist organizations continue to seek support beyond Nigeria's borders. While investigations are still ongoing, security experts say disrupting these networks is critical to weakening insurgent groups operating across the Lake Chad region. According to the Nigerian Army, the operation was carried out by troops of the 115th Task Force Battalion under Sector 4 of Operation Handikai during a security operation in the Lassa Dale General Area of Askira Oba Local Government Area of Borno State. Military authorities said the arrests were the result of intelligence-driven operations designed to identify individuals suspected of supporting insurgent activities in the northeast. The army identified one of the suspects as 32-year-old Musa Fashil, a Sudanese national. According to the military, preliminary intelligence indicates that he is a suspected foreign terrorist fighter and collaborator who may have established links with terrorist elements operating within the region. Investigators believe his arrest could provide valuable intelligence about the activities, movements, and support structures of insurgent groups. Military authorities have not disclosed the specific nature of the alleged links or identified the terrorist organization involved. They stress that investigation remains ongoing and that the suspect is undergoing detailed profiling and interrogation to establish his identity, determine the extent of his activities, and identify any associates who may be operating within or outside Nigeria. The second suspect, identified as 36-year-old Mary Florence, reportedly claimed to be an illegal immigrant from the Republic of Ghana. According to the Army, investigators are examining the circumstances surrounding her presence in the area while also verifying the authenticity of the claims she made following her arrest. Authorities have not accused her of any involvement in terrorism, but say further investigation will determine whether she has any connection to criminal or terrorist networks. Operation Handikai said both individuals remain in military custody as investigators continue preliminary interviews and intelligence assessments. Security agencies are expected to examine travel records, communication devices, and other evidence that may help establish whether the suspects maintained links with terrorist organizations or transnational criminal groups operating across West and Central Africa. The Nigerian military described the arrest as another example of the effectiveness of intelligence-driven counter-terrorism operations in the northeast. According to the Army, the operation demonstrated the vigilance of troops in identifying individuals suspected of supporting insurgent activities and preventing terrorist collaborators from moving freely within the theater of operations. For years, Nigeria's northeast has remained the center of military operations against insurgent groups responsible for attacks on communities, security personnel, and critical infrastructure. While security forces have recorded significant gains against the insurgency, military authorities have repeatedly warned that terrorist organizations continue to adapt their tactics, including attempts to recruit collaborators, establish logistics networks, and exploit porous international borders. The latest arrest also highlights the growing importance of regional cooperation in tackling terrorism. Security agencies across West Africa have increasingly emphasized intelligence sharing, border security, and coordinated operations to prevent the movement of foreign fighters and disrupt transnational extremist networks before they can establish operational bases. Operation Handikai reaffirmed its commitment to neutralizing terrorists and dismantling the logistics, financing, and support structures that sustain insurgent groups. Military authorities said disrupting these support networks remains essential to preventing future attacks and restoring lasting peace across the northeast. The army also appealed to members of the public to continue supporting security agencies with credible and timely information. According to military officials, community cooperation remains one of the most effective tools in identifying suspicious movements, preventing terrorist infiltration, and strengthening national security. At this stage, the allegations against the Sudanese suspects remain under investigation, and the circumstances surrounding the Ghanaian woman's presence in the area are still being verified. Authorities said further updates will be provided as investigation progresses. What is clear, however, is that Operation Handikai continues to intensify intelligence-driven operations aimed at denying terrorists, their collaborators, and transnational criminal networks the freedom to operate anywhere within Nigeria's northeast. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this report informative, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more news reports. I'm Chidera Eson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next reports.